everybody. Welcome to the Notorious B.I.V. and Pauly G show. I am your host, the Notorious B.I.V., and this is my boy, Pauly G.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
That was my radio announcer voice.
Sounded good.
Yeah. So we have our mics turned up as far as we dare because we were getting some gnarly feedback.
So hopefully this makes a big difference in you being able to hear us without having to crank up the volume.
Hopefully. But then again, maybe not. Anyway, yeah. So, here we are.
What's going on? What's on your mind?
Well, I don't know. A lot of things. But, yeah, sometimes, so, Pauly G and I, we tend to be on, sort of, I mean, we see eye to eye on a lot of things, but politics we're like sort of a little bit divergent on. So we try to avoid those things generally in these shows. But then sometimes I just feel like there's so much going on out there, and like we're just doing like some silly show.
Maybe we should talk about something more serious.
I don't know. I mean,
I think we can talk about serious things and be respectful.
Yeah, sometimes. But I mean, obviously we live in Utah, and Charlie Kirk just got shot in Utah.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
Yeah.
I guess because like I would expect that if like it was like Berkeley or Seattle or someplace, right? I'd be like, oh yeah, some crazy guy shot Charlie Kirk. But like here in Utah, like it was just weird. That was weird for me.
Yeah. It doesn't happen. Things like that don't happen very often here.
No. All right, so we're ditching the microphones because it doesn't make any difference.
Too bad. We're trying.
But anyway, so I mean that was a big deal, obviously, especially for us in Utah, because like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't know, like, I don't know how far I want to get into it besides that, because then, anyway. So, thoughts and prayers to the Kirks, and, we'll just deal with ourselves here in Utah. We'll try to get better. We'll try to stop shooting people. I shouldn't say us, right? But I mean, like,
Utahns?
there's this weird kid that did the thing, whatever,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's easy to politicize this kind of stuff, I guess. But like, at the end of the day, it's just a disturbed person generally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. That's all I'll say about that. So,
can I'll just say something.
Okay.
So when it happened, I was sad and just really discouraged because so many people online were just angry and demonizing the other side. It was just a lot of like, you people, blah, 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 you people, blah. It was just like everyone was angry and just filled with hate towards each other. And that just made me sad and stressed out. I just thought that was too bad that that's the way a lot of people reacted to that situation. Instead of, like September 11th happens and we as a nation came together because we're like, oh man, this is a terrible thing that happened, and we came together and we're proud to be Americans. And I feel like this thing happened and everybody's like, oh, nobody even knew who did it or why they did it, and everybody was just placing blame on somebody and being angry at people and just trying to, I just thought it was too bad that that's the way people reacted to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just where we are right now. It's like,
yeah,
it's weird. I mean, it's weird and it's not weird. I mean, I I can see how we got here, kind of, but like, yeah, now it's just like, oh, it's my side or your side or whatever, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, September 11th, right? It was like, yeah, that was like an outside force, though, like attacking all of us. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, so it's like we can be like, oh, we're together and we're against that thing.
Yeah. I just don't see why I don't see why it has to be anybody against anything, why it can't just be I mean, if you want to be against something, you could be against, you know, people shooting people, you know. You can be against, you know, gun violence. That can be something you can be against. But I don't see why it, it we can't come together and say, we all agree that was a terrible thing that happened, and be compassionate towards one another instead of, you know, being angry at one another. Especially, like I said, before people even knew who it was or who did it or why they did it. People were already blaming people when they didn't even know what they were talking about, you know? So,
Yeah.
and it was the day after President Nelson's birthday, when he had just talked about the opposite, about being kind to one another and loving one another, even people that you don't agree with, even people that you don't see eye to eye on. So that also made me sad, because it was just...
You mean President Nelson, the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints?
That's the one.
Okay.
Just for people who might not know who I'm talking about. Yeah, so that also made me sad, because I felt like all the good that he was trying to do was kind of like undone. Like, no, we don't want to do that. We would rather be angry at each other and, you know, tell each other why we hate each other and why you're an awful person because I'm right and you're wrong, and, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that topic.
Okay.
Hopefully that's not too inflammatory or controversial between the two of us. I would assume that you probably agree with me on that.
Yeah, I do.
Not that you have to. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just, I don't know. There's just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we, like, it's like we crossed a line somewhere, and like, I don't know how we go back.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause I mean, you're right. Like, why can't we all just get along? But like, as soon as it happened, these people said this and these people said this, and it's just like you almost get caught up in it. It's like, you know, you can't be like, oh, let's all just get along. It's like, because it's like you're like you're saying that, and like everybody else is doing the opposite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we just can.
And maybe that's the point, right? Like, I mean,
you don't jump in, don't be part of it, right?
Well, I mean, I think just like, it's like, you know, we can be like President Nelson and be like, hey, you know, don't do this. But like, it really, I think like maybe it just doesn't even matter at this point. I mean, right? Like we, you know, we can be good and we should, but maybe the rest of the world's just gonna like go this direction, and we just kind of have to like just be here. And
well, so a couple of things. One, don't be part of the problem, and
sure.
And two, going online and reading all that stuff just gets me riled up and gets me miserable. So then I just need to like distance myself from all that, you know.
Yeah.
And then I can, if I get embroiled in that, if I spend too much time thinking about it and talking about it, even if I'm talking with people I agree with, I can still just get I can get angry.
Like they can rile you up.
Yeah, and that doesn't accomplish anything. So better to do things that are gonna help me have peace and help other people have peace when, you know, when the world's on fire.
Yeah.
But you're right, though. I mean, it's not like me not going on social media is going to solve the problem. People are going to do what they're going to do, but...
Yeah, and I mean, and I don't know that there's a solution, right? I mean... I don't know.
I guess I feel like, what can I do for me, and how can I help? Maybe like the people in my household. Am I going to go home and like be all angry and spewing out all this stuff that I'm angry about at the people in my house? That's not helpful, So
Yeah.
you can only do so much. Try to help yourself, and then try to help the people in your immediate sphere of influence, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, don't be part of the problem. I'm not going to go on Facebook or social media and say a bunch of stuff that's going to rile people up. At least I try not to, because I don't want to be part of the problem.
Yeah. And I guess yeah, I don't know. Social media is weird. I'm not on any social media, I guess, except YouTube maybe. I mean, that's sort of social media, but not exactly.
That's true though, because people can post comments on people's videos.
Yeah. But social media is just like, it's just a bizarre thing. And I don't know what it is about it that is so powerful. But
well, one of the bad things about it is people are more likely to say rude, awful things in social media than they would to your face. And so there's a lot more inflammatory, negative stuff on social media.
Yeah.
And another negative thing is that it's there, and unless somebody deletes it or something, it's there for people to see for years to come, and so it doesn't go away.
Even if you delete it, people can pull it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that has a lot of power to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes it a lot more powerful than just having a conversation with somebody,
Yeah. I mean, I used to be on, like forum groups here and there. And, that was like before there was social media, but it's basically like everyone who's on this forum, you're like,
you kind of all agree with each other.
Well, you're like talking, you're like having arguments and whatever. And you would argue. And I mean, it was very similar, I think. That was the predecessor to, and I probably said a lot of dumb things, on those forums and things that maybe I wouldn't say normally, right?
Especially if they're people you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember on social media, a friend of ours, his little brother Ryan, posted something on social media. I commented. Somebody that he knew commented that didn't know me and was just like really rude to me. And I'm like, okay, like, did you want to have a conversation about this, or do you want to just attack me and just insult me? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well,
and like, she doesn't care because she doesn't know who I am. So she doesn't,
yeah.
She's just like, blah, blah, blah. If you think, I said something like, oh, well, the World Health Organization says this. And she's like, World Health Organization, they're stupid. And I'm like, are you trying to engage with me in a conversation, or are you just like attacking me and that's it? You just want to make your point and that's the end of it,
Right.
Anyway.
I think maybe it's like micro versus macro, right? Like maybe we're not meant to, communicate on like that macro level. Because when it's just two people, you can probably like get along with almost anyone, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
you'll find what you have in common.
Yeah. Because
you're actually trying to be respectful to the other person.
Right. I mean, like at work, for example, I just had like a bunch of people from my work came in to the office from, various places. Like a lot of people work remotely. So like a lot of team members and people I work with came together for this week. And we went bowling one night, and there's like, I don't know, 16 of us or whatever. And I think me and one other guy like were not drinking and everybody else was, right? And I'm thinking, but it's like on a day-to-day basis, I work with all those people, you know, we we're all like we're working and we're getting along, and it doesn't matter if they drink and I don't drink, or they think this and I think that. It's like we're just working together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And so yeah, I think that, you know, I think that has something to do with it. So then when you jump to a macro level, it's like, oh, it's me against the world, kind of, right? And it's like I've got to like fight for my space in the world, you know, for my space in the world or whatever. And like I'm tweeting or something to like everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. So I'm very careful about what I put on social media, because I think I have so many different friends from different backgrounds and have different opinions on different things. So I would not put something on there that I know is going to offend a whole bunch of my friends, because what's the point of doing that, right? So yeah. I try to put things on there that I think that would be uplifting and positive for anybody. I might put something on there like, hey, for my religious friends, happy Easter, realizing that not all my friends believe in Jesus, and, you know, maybe Easter doesn't mean anything. But, you know, I wouldn't purposely put something on there that I know is going to make a lot of people angry. And then what? Now they have to decide to either disagree, you know, argue with what I'm saying, or unfriend me because they don't want that on their feed, you know. Like, I would just avoid things like that.
Yeah. I don't think I'm careful at all, ever. And like I said, when I was on forums or stuff like that earlier on, like I don't think I was careful at all about what I said. And so maybe I'm glad I'm not on social media. You know what I mean? Like I don't know that would be a good thing for me.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, if you were, then people who don't want to read that would probably unfriend you. And then you have what you have. A lot of people on social media, they're in their echo chamber, where the people who like that, those are the people who see your comments, they agree with you, they agree with your comments, and then
right.
then that's where you are, you know. And
right. Well, and that's true. And you can, I mean, I think it's nice that you can like find your community and people that like what you like, you know, like that's good, but it can also be bad, right?
Well, I think that's part of the problem with our society, and why people demonize each other, is because people
congregate together.
Well, and they just see everything completely differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the same thing happens, everybody experiences the same thing, and these people see it this way and these people say it this way. And a lot of that has to do with the media sources that they watch and how they reported the incident, or, you know, however they get their information.
Right.
And so if everybody stays with their own group, then we're going to continue to be divided. Yeah. I think the best thing you can do is, like you said, is to sit with somebody one-on-one and be open-minded and try to understand where they're coming from, you know?
Yeah. But, I mean, yeah.
But like you and me, though, a lot of times we just avoid certain things because if we know we're not going to agree and it's going to turn into a fight, then maybe better not to just avoid it in the first place, you know, and talk about what we have in common.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even feel the need to fight with you most of the time. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Because we're just hanging out. We're doing whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I'm not under attack and you're not under attack.
Right.
But in the social media world, it's like, oh, there are enemies everywhere. You know what I mean? And it's like I have to fight you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, you know, but like, was it better, you know, then I think, okay, was it better when, like, you know, everyone just watched, like, the three networks, and we all like got the same story, and we were all like basically on the same page. You know what I mean? Like that's how it was before social media and before the internet. It's like we all watched the same TV programs. We all, you know what I mean? And it's
Right.
like people weren't really divided because it was like we were just all. But then I say, well, okay, but was that good, or is it better to have like, like with the internet, it's like there's so much more information, right?
Right.
It's like, is it better to have more information or
Well,
more sources of information?
Well, and would you agree that it was like Rush Limbaugh and people like him that started saying, "Oh, this is what's really happening. This is what the media is saying, but this is what is really happening," and having like conspiracy theories and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that was
because I don't think Donald Trump was the first person to act like they. I think Rush Limbaugh was a long time before that.
Sure. Yeah, and I feel that was kind of a reaction though to like most media being left leaning, I guess, kind of, right? I mean, like Hollywood, news, like all that stuff started kind of leaning left, I think. And so, yeah, you had people like Rush Limbaugh who were like, oh, no, it's not. I mean, that was pre-internet or whatever.
Right.
And now the internet's just like exacerbated that, I guess. But again, like, is it better to have, all the information, or for us just to have, whatever, like one set of information that this is the story,
right?
And we all subscribe to it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know.
I would say having all the information is good, and then people can find out for themselves. I mean, you can listen to the news, but then, like, if you don't understand something, you want to know more, you can go do your own research and find out your own things instead of just depending on the news.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people. Just outsource their thoughts to something else, right? I don't think a lot of people, like, we have all this information to sift through on the internet, and some of it's false and some of it's true, and who knows, right?
Right.
But like a lot of people I don't think even want to like do that. They're just like,
well, that's where AI comes in, right? It's like, yeah, I'll do it for you.
Like, tell me what.
I'll sift through all the information for you, right?
Right.
But then, is it accurate?
Yeah, I know.
I was looking on the internet the other day. Studio C.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, but I was like thinking about, I want to know more about these actors and their personal lives, right? So I click on somebody, and then I say, I wonder if this person, and then you see, then you see below like questions that other people have asked, and you can click on those. So it's like, did these people ever get married? And it's like, yeah, here's their wedding right here. I'm like, they did? And I click on it, 2 completely different people, Okay. And I'm like, here's another guy. And then it's like, did you realize that he changed his name legally from Jason Gay to Jason Gray? I'm like, he did? And I click on it, totally different person. He's a Christian singer, not the same guy. I'm like, you got to really... Yeah, AI is helping you out, but it's also maybe totally giving you wrong information,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I would say, so in conclusion, I would say, here's my concluding statement.
Okay.
You are responsible for your life, okay? You can't outsource it to AI or news or the internet or anything else. You need to, like, whether you want to or not, like, you need to sift through the stuff. And, banning this or that or the other is not like, that's not going to help. Like banning all the sources that don't agree with you or whatever, and then just having only the ones that agree with you, like that's not going to help either.
I agree.
Like you need to, all those sources need to be there, and you need to figure it out for you.
I agree. That reminds me of the kid who was suicidal, and he's got a relationship with some AI, Chat GPT, something or other. Like, if you have a serious situation like you're suicidal, don't go to AI for advice. That's not what AI was designed for.
I guess bringing it back to Charlie Kirk.
Yes.
Like if you don't agree with Charlie Kirk, fine.
Don't shoot him.
But like silencing his source of information is, like, that's not going to help anything.
No, it just makes everything worse.
Yeah. So.
Well, and that guy ruined his life, right?
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
and everyone, his family and everyone else, right? Like,
dude,
like his dad was in law enforcement. Like that's got to be hard, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Everybody who was there who witnessed it, even people who just have seen the video, have been traumatized because it's so awful.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, awful.
So,
well, there you go. You got a serious political discussion today.
There you go.
But
we're still friends.
Exactly.
So be like me and Pauly G, everybody. All right. See you guys in the next video.
Love you guys. Take care.
Bye.